Recorded Books presents Why Congress by Phillip A. Wallach. Narrated by Brian Wiggins. Introduction. This book makes a simple argument. Americans disagree with each other. We have disparate interests, conflicting visions of the good, and divergent judgments about prudent policy. Nevertheless, we must find ways to accommodate each other in addressing the biggest problems of the day, and Congress is the place we must do it. Accordingly, Congress must be a place where many voices find ways to harmonize. Today, unfortunately, it is too often a place where exactly two discordant notes sound, over and over, with little concern for anything except which the American people will hate less at the next election. Our legislature's diminishment impairs our ability to make good policy. Even more importantly, it threatens the vitality of our politics, contributing to the pervasive sense that our nation is coming apart at the seams. Many people seem to believe that Congress could not really be any different in our current political environment. America is polarized, so Congress is polarized. A few even talk themselves into believing that, given the state of our country, we have the best of all possible Congresses, with legislators fairly reflecting widespread acrimony while still finding a way to keep things going. More common are those who want to meet congressional dysfunction by minimizing its harms or, better yet, mounting a major constitutional overhaul. The long-running, well-documented trend of Americans sorting themselves into red and blue tribes has certainly played a role in Congress's transformation into an acrimonious, thin institution. But typical accounts drastically underestimate the importance of ideas about Congress and especially how our lawmakers conceive of their own roles in our constitutional system. Congress has not always been as it is now. Indeed, as the first part of this book shows, it flourished in some of the last century's most difficult moments. Even today, if legislators want to make their institution more than a venue for the two parties to insult each other, they can reorganize it to make it so. That is admittedly a big if. Most of our most famous legislators today sought their offices precisely because they wanted to wage partisan combat on a bigger stage, and their idea of the institution arguably fits the reality today. An old distinction between show horses and work horses in Congress was no doubt meant to value the latter more highly, but the decline of committee work and regular order in the contemporary Congress makes it harder for the workers to accomplish much on behalf of their constituents or the nation as a whole. In part, this book is addressed to those frustrated workhorses as a message of hope and a prod to action. Armed with the ambition to take hold of our problems and a willingness to disrupt stale political arrangements, they can make their chambers into the organs of self-government that our framers envisioned. Doing so would have the happy side effect of making their jobs much more meaningful and satisfying. Members of Congress should bridle at being reduced to glorified telemarketers. Our dysfunctional politics invites many different explanations and prescriptions. Indeed, a cottage industry of academics and professional reformers spends its days trying to play physician to the American body politic. Some argue that our electoral institutions must change, some that our parties must be transformed, some that our nation's leaders must rise above the grubby realm of special interest politics and the perpetual chase after campaign dollars before anything can be fixed. This book assumes, with James Madison, that while transcending a politics of interests may make for an enchanting vision, it is an unreliable and ultimately dangerous way to approach politics. Interests ought not to be villainized as vested or special, as wicked demiurges bent on frustrating the pure impulses of our democracy. Nor should they be regarded as necessarily wholesome.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?